going to get the parts to fix the car.
Yeah.
And then they're going to call me.
Yeah.
To set up the appointment for the repairs.
Gotcha.
Because I haven't heard from them since I went up there Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're still waiting for them.
I mean, you might make a phone call here and there. Just ask. We're live, it looks like, I think. Can you check to make sure we're live, Eric? Gonna have a heck of a show, round 3 of our tournament, to determine the worst movie we've ever seen.
Yeah, it says live.
Okay, good. We have a little bit of news, which will be fine. And then, of course, we're going to have Stinkos and Sweetos and all that good fun stuff. Reviews. We're going to do... I have a couple of reviews. Yes, I will do Nope as well, Eric. So, did you get a chance to watch it, Eric?
I watched it a while back.
Okay. We could talk a little bit about Nope. What else we got here? Yeah. Some more general debauchery.
I think it's funny that no, never mind. I was looking at Epic Games. I thought they were offering these games for free, but these games are already free to play. So what are you talking about, Epic Games?
Yeah. All right. So we got some video game news to go over, but we should have a heck of a show today. Let's see if I can pull up that. Where is it?
Oh yeah. Apparently, Lara Shigihara is making a new game called Mr. Saito.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could get another interview going. Once it comes out, that is.
There we go. Okay. Wow, we've got some... Wow, it's going to be really good, man. This worst movie ever thing is pretty good, man. Pretty good, Eric, if I don't say so myself. We got some of the worst of the worst. I'm really hoping Mrs. Doubtfire take this whole thing, man. But we've got some fun ones. Wow. Oh, man. I can't wait to get to that, man. That's going to be a ton of fun. Ton of fun.
Cavill's going to be in a live-action Warhammer 40K series.
Hey, what would you prefer, a eShop card or a PlayStation card, Eric, or an Xbox card?
A Steam card.
Steam card? Where do I get those?
I think Best Buy sells them.
Can I get one online?
I don't know where you can buy them. Let's look it up.
Here we go. Digital. Here we go.
Because there's lots of stuff on Steam that I'd like to get.
What if I don't have an account? Do this one.
Yeah, Best Buy sells them. GameStop sells them too.
What are you, Eric? RPG on Steam?
No. I'm Funny T-Man. So I had to clean the garage doors in my workplace, and I used Lysol wipes, and it was so incredibly filthy. The Lysol and the the cleaner and the dirt mixed together, and they got on my hands because they soaked through my gloves, and now my hands are um, yellowish, and now the skin's peeling, and now it looks like my hands are just incredibly filthy. It can't peel off fast enough. And I think the only reason it's doing so is because my skin's gotten drier because it's winter. It would be much a slower process if it weren't.
What does it matter? Oh yeah, Roblox. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh.
Why does it not give me the option? This is stupid.
Well, if it's too hard, then you always give me a Best Buy gift card.
$50 Linux card. Oh, this doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. It says PC. Oh shit! How the fuck are they charging $80 for a $50 gift card?
What the hell?
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. No, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to worry about that later. Oh. Who put something in chat? Oh. Yeah, but that's the actual physical card, right? That's not.
There's probably digital versions on here too. Well, I mean, you could always get the card and then just relay the code to me or something. I'm surprised they don't do it that way.
Did you get Crisis Core yet?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, damn it.
If you have a Steam account, you could just give somebody a game entirely if you wanted.
I don't have a Steam account, I don't think. I think Bernie does, but because I think we had to make her one for something, but
For Sims?
Huh?
Probably for the Sims.
Yeah, probably Sims. I'll figure it out later, but I owe you a gift card, Eric. That's what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Oh, of course, Xbox would be another choice because all the current Far Cry games, up 3 up to 6, are like there's a special deal. It's like 90% off. It's ridiculous. It's like under $50
For all of them?
for 3 classic, or which is just really 3 HD or whatever, and then there was 4 and 5 and 6. Doesn't include 1 or 2 because I don't think there were Xbox versions of those games made that are on the store. That is, I don't think Ubisoft ever made.
God damn, gift cards are like more expensive than what they're. That's ridiculous. I'll figure it out after, Eric. Fuck, whatever. All right. Um,
You just do the Xbox card, then I'll just get that.
yeah, I mean they're even selling those ones for more money than face value, so it is
I'm
what
pretty
it
sure they're
is.
digital versions of those.
Uh, Let me see if I know Break was having a hard time.
Yeah, it says Microsoft 100 gift card multi digital, but then you can also select your amount anyway.
Yeah.
100 is just the default setting for whatever reason.
Wow, MXT has a new account on Twitter.
Hmm.
The MXT.
Without the space, you mean?
Yeah, the MXT. I guess his other account got messed up. Okay.
Mortal
You
Kombat
said
11 Ultimate is $10 on Xbox Live Gold.
it's not a
Huh.
bad. That's not bad. I
But then
think.
you have to consider it's a microtransaction laden bullshit fest.
Yeah, I know. Um.
I mean, it comes with a lot of stuff because it's the ultimate version, but you still have to buy lots of other stuff, which is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Okay, we're just holding off. We're waiting for Break to get on. He was having a heck of a time, so we'll just give him a few minutes while we do what we do. The show's RPGrinders. We're gonna have a heck of a show for you today. We got round 3 of our tournament for the worst movie we've ever seen, which pretty much translates into the worst movie ever. Should have a ton of
I
fun
didn't
today.
even know MXT had a Twitter account because I never saw him tweet ever.
He did on his other one.
I remember he did a long time ago, but then
Yeah.
I think he abandoned it. But I guess it's because something happened to it a long time ago. Or why do you wait till now to make a new one?
I have no idea, but he's got a new one, so there he is. He hasn't been in our show for a long time. He probably works during the show. I know he's been working a lot, so you know.
Oh yeah, I guess I do need less of Stinko. It's been several weeks, but it's something I wanted to mention while he was here.
All right.
That's why I haven't mentioned it.
I
But
think we're good there. We're just waiting on Break to get on in before we start. He's having some issues, so we'll give him a few minutes before we start in. We'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll start. Eric, we'll just go ahead and do the news. Okay, you ready to start this thing, Eric? We'll go ahead and get started and get the news out of the way.
yeah.
And hopefully Break will be here real soon. Let's get this party started here. And And welcome everybody to episode 719 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohort, Eric the Great. Breakman the Bold will be around momentarily. He's just dealing with, of course, some computer issues. Eric, how are you, man?
Mostly alright.
Mostly alright? Your week went okay?
Mostly.
Mostly. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get through the news while Break is trying to get his computer set up here. So, Eric, first news story, please.
First news story is about a game called Abyss World, which is an action RPG coming to PlayStation consoles and PC in 2023. And it's made on Unreal Engine 5, and it seems like it's going for the Souls thing, because of course.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny. Once one game gains success, you get like 30, 40, 50 games that try to mimic that success, and very few ever see any relevance. It's weird. Just do your own thing. That's my advice to anybody doing that.
There's no HUD in any of these imageries, but it looks a lot like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the trailer here, and there's really not much. I mean, unless they give you gameplay later on in the trailer. But I mean, you're right, Eric. This could be, taken right out of the Souls library. That's kind of the vibe you get. It's a little. It looks like it's going for its own, I guess, look, but it looks a lot like that type of game. So I don't know if this is first person or third person. It doesn't really.
It's third person.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you too much, but whatever. It looks cool, but is it just another Souls?
It'd be funny if it was first person, and it'd be like, oh no, it's like Souls and more like Shadow Tower, but with Souls gameplay.
Yeah. Well, I'm finally looking at gameplay here. This is a Souls game through and through. That's what it is. It's got a lesser graphic style than a Dark Souls game, but it is what it is. Abyss World, I guess, from Abyss Studio. All right, that's enough about that. Let's go on to the next story from RPG site as well. Falcom officially announces Ys X Nordics, set to release in Japan for PS5, PS4, and the
10,
Switch.
Not X.
X, whatever, 10, whatever. You know what I mean. When they do 10, X, I just automatically go to 10. It's like their 10th entry anyways, so why not? So there you go. The compact.
Not their 10th entry, because there's plenty of other Ys games that don't have a number on them.
Close enough, man. X, Monstrum, whatever. It's in the Ys world, which most of those games are good, so this is going to be...
And because it's called Nordics, it's obviously taking place in the Norse region.
Right. All right.
And guess what? You get to pilot a boat. Adult, don't sink the boat. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe all the boats crash because he's never the fucking operator of the wheel.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Next story while I
all
add...
All the shipwrights suck, I guess.
Yeah. Next story while I add...
Ys Memoir, the Oath and Felghana, which is been announced by Falcom, and this is really just a Switch port of Oath and Felghana.
Yeah.
But it's got improvements.
Yeah. Hey, Break.
And it's weird because it's coming to Switch apparently exclusively.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Breakman,
so why not do a PS4 5 version?
Breakman,
they probably will, but why not do it alongside it?
Yeah,
so
hang on.
Sooner? I don't know.
Hang on, Eric. Breakman, do we have you?
I guess.
Yes, we got you.
A computer through window, though.
Yeah, I know. It's it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to keep working on it while I'm on the show. But I finally gave up and just said I'm calling them on the phone.
Yeah, I think that's okay for now. I mean, shit, as long as we have you, you know. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the news stories break. We got you covered.
So
Um,
what's coming to
w-
Switch? What was that
uh,
game?
Oath and Felgana.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not familiar with that one. Okay.
yeah, it's a good one. This
Hmm.
was originally on the PSP, right, Eric?
PC, and then it was ported to the PSP.
Gotcha, gotcha. But
PSP.
yep. I know. What
Yeah.
is that? What is that you speak of? The PSP. So yeah, this is a good game, and I'm glad it's going to be in more households. So I mean, you know, I would recommend anybody get it. I think it's just going to be a port, but it's a great game for sure. Oath and Felgana's. I think it didn't you give it Game of the Year or pretty close a few years back,
I think so.
Eric? Yeah. So it's a good one. It's a good one. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. And it is a game called Game Deck. Launches for PlayStation 5 in early 2023. And it was originally released on Steam and GOG and Epic stores in September of 21. And the Switch release in 2022. I remember us briefly talking about this game, and it's got like sort of like oh, it looks like a Diablo clone, a little bit lighter than a normal Diablo game. I mean, you know, is what it is. I heard it got pretty good reviews though when it came out. So Game Deck
Okay.
in 2023. All right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is that DBZ Kakarot's DLC and the current gen release of the game are going to be launching on January 13th.
Hmm.
And that's pretty much the story.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
is these DLC coming with it, or you have to buy that individually?
Well, if you already bought the game, you can just buy the DLC.
yeah,
But no, you have to buy the season passes. But they're selling the next gen versions at retail for $20 because they expect you to pay $40 for both season passes.
yeah.
Jesus.
No, thank you. Not interested in that. All right, anything
Yeah.
else on that, Eric?
My
Mhm.
wallet been raped.
I know.
I mean, well, it's better than paying $60 than paying $40 on top of that.
I
Ugh.
guess. I guess, but still.
Ugh. Oh,
Yeah. All right.
$100 to play one game. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Tactical roguelike RPG The Last Spell launches in Q1 2023 for the PS5, 4, Switch, and PC. So it originally released for Steam Early Access in June of last year. Um, it's got screenshots and a nifty little trailer, so I don't think there's. Oh yeah, there is gameplay. I mean, it's typical strategy RPG. Um, you know, like fantasy RPG. Typical stuff like that. So there you go. So if you're interested in tactical RPGs, this game is probably going to be right up your alley. So there you go. All right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection has a release date for April 14th. And that's the story.
April. Yeah, I like how most of these publishers and developers are giving you just like a release window. At least this one they gave you an exact date, April 14th.
Yeah,
Uh,
well after the 35th anniversary.
yeah,
Like, they didn't do shit for the anniversary
I
again.
know. I don't get it. Like, why wouldn't they? Like, it's so dumb. Like,
I
that's
don't know
perfect
why they
opportunity.
Mega Man so much.
I
Capcom don't sell him. They hate him, obviously.
I don't know why. Like that's a big money maker for them. Like they could make a shit ton of money, but they choose not to. Man, it's so
No, they're
weird.
doing something for Mega Man, but like the fact is they didn't start working on it until it was like the anniversary.
I know. I mean, it's so dumb. They should have.
And it's not
Uh,
ready yet.
whatever. I guess. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. And it's about Fairy Fencer F refrain chord announced for the West for a spring of 2023. See how there's just like windows? So it's going to be on the Switch, PS4, 5, and Steam in spring. So there you go. That's what you get. You just get a vague reference to spring or quarter or whatever, and there you go. That's you either take that or you don't get nothing. So there you go. It's coming sometime next year in the spring, I guess. But which would be what, Q2 of next year?
Spring starts in March and ends in May.
So it's like Q2. So there you go.
I don't think
Q2.
it's going to come out in March. It's probably going to come out in May.
Yeah.
It's probably May. When they give you like a season, it's usually the end of the season.
Right. So there you go. All right, Eric. Last story, please.
Redemption Reapers. Binary Haze Interactive announces a tactical RPG, and it's set to release for PS4, Switch, and PC. And the developer's name's AdGlobe.
Yeah.
But they previously released Ender Lilies, which I like, so this might be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, the co-developer is Livewire, who developed Harvestella, which came out this year, and people like that game apparently.
Well, I was gonna say, Eric, from the trailer, the gameplay looks actually pretty dynamic.
And it has ex Fire Emblem alumni on it.
Yeah, I mean, this game actually looks pretty good. When you at least when you get into battles, it shows you a close up of the battle.
It's
so
like
it's
a grittier looking version of Fire Emblem.
Yeah. It looks good, man. I mean, I was gonna say, like, it's got that isometric kind of tactical RPG look, but when you get into battle, like, it shows you up close. Like, it like zooms in, and it's pretty dynamic. It looks pretty cool. I mean, this is the type of tactical RPG I wouldn't mind watching somebody play. It's got the realistic, dark kind of graphics, but at least you can see what's going on. And like I said, they zoom in and looks kind of bloody, and I don't know, it looks kind of cool. I wish you could see it, Break. It's
Wish I could see anything.
I know. Poor Break. Hey, at least we're done with the news, though. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what? I didn't even change the what you call it, the welcome to say that it's episode 719. So I'll go ahead and do that right now.
I'm surprised it's a PS4 release, not PS4 and 5.
Yeah. All right, there it's changed. So now we're in the proper time frame now. It's episode 719. All right, Break. How was your week, dude? Didn't get a chance to ask you.
It's all right, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a week, and,
It's the weekend now, so
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, at least we got through the news, man, and you didn't have to do any of it. Be thankful you didn't have to do any of that news, man. Homie discounts. What?
Bash the computer to a billion pieces. But
I know.
That's good. I didn't have to do it.
I know, man. Dude, I feel bad for you. I don't think anything came in for you for Dear Break, man, this week. No homie discounts that I know Sony just kicked off. I haven't had a chance to look at the new sale, unless you guys have any.
Xbox seems to be like putting out sales by the hour because I keep getting notifications telling me that certain games I have on my wish list are on sale. It's like 52 games are not available. Like now 53, 5 minutes later. It's like, okay, why is it ticking up?
Yeah, I know. It does seem like they're releasing like a bunch of sales, but haven't had a chance to go through any of them, to be honest with you.
It's pretty much all the stuff that's been on sale this year, like in the past.
Hey, Break.
Season.
What kind of gift card do you want for Christmas? I'm giving you and Eric both gift cards. So I asked him. He wants either a Steam or an Xbox card, which is I'll probably have to do the
Xbox or Nintendo.
Xbox or Nintendo? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll happen probably right after this stream, just to let you know.
All right.
So, Um,
I still gotta go shopping. I have no Christmas gift yet.
I have everything done except you guys' gifts, which will be done right after the stream because I gotta just get it and send it to you guys. But you
I
know,
don't know exactly what to get Mrs. Brakeman's parents still. I'm still every year it's the same damn thing. I don't know what to get them.
gift card. Just go
I
with the gift card, man. Like for a dinner or something. That's what I do.
usually get my dad coffee for his birthday, so I haven't done that recently. But like, if it's not his birthday, it's Christmas or something.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's. I mean, Christmas sucks. I hate Christmas, man. But whatever.
I hate buying like the same gifts every year for people. Like her parents are okay with that. Some like
No, I'm fine with that if it's like socks or something, because I
yeah.
always need socks.
I really don't
Yeah.
care. I mean, it is what it is. But like Bernie has the hardest time buying for me. I'm like, why? I'm pretty simple. I like video games and movies. It's like just
Right.
video games is fine with me.
I didn't think of. I couldn't think of what to get them, and I really haven't thought about it actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
My siblings usually end up pitching in to get something for them, and then I usually just give them money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I do. I either give gift cards or money anymore because I mean I have a hard time thinking of what getting everybody. Although I did a pretty good job with my parents this year. I think I got them good gifts. So whatever.
But I haven't heard from them at all this year, so who knows
Yeah.
what's going on there.
All right, let's move on to
Inquiring minds want to know.
what you been playing, Breakman. Friday the 13th still.
Yeah, that's it really. I'm close to level 150 though, so I've been leveling really fast.
Well, that's good, man. You only need probably like 2 or 3 more kill
Yeah, the
animations.
problem is I looked them up what they are and they're very specific. They have to be done on a certain level at a certain spot, and the one I just don't see being able to do. Yeah, one you have to do in the cemetery, and every stage has a cemetery, but nobody ever goes to the fucking cemetery. There's no point in going to the cemetery.
Well, you gotta get one of your friends to go there and just kill them over and
Yeah,
over.
I don't want. I'd rather just not care that much about it. I don't want to like. I know a lot of people like I'll do that and like I gotta get the achievement. Like
You're
I don't
so
care that
close,
much.
though, man. So close. So close to that whole thing. I mean, that's one that I would be like, man, can you just go over there so I can try to pick up this fucking death animation, Like,
I've tried getting people. I've definitely tried in game getting people going over there and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
here's the cemetery. Come on, I'm over here. Come here.
I know.
Come on, Jason. Follow me. Wait a minute. I'm not. No, wait. No, don't kill me. Ah, fuck.
All right, Eric, what you been playing, man?
Just more, some of Grime, which I finished and got a review up on the site along with 2 other reviews: God of War, Ragnarok, and Firewatch. And played Valis Collection. I beat the first Valis, and I'm on the second one.
Ooh, that's cool. Anything else?
All I know is Valis 2 and 3 haven't aged as nearly as graceful as Valis 1 has, because Valis 1 is actually a remake on the PC Engine, and they definitely improved the visual fidelity of that game by then.
Yeah.
And they never went back and did like re-releases of the other 2, which is weird.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Titanfall 2. I'm still stuck in the same place, man. Like, if it's a matter of attrition, it's gonna take me a while to just
Maybe.
do
I
it.
mean, have you looked it up? Because
I wasn't done yet.
Oh, you still got more, Eric? Go ahead.
Yeah, the other game I played was This Way Madness Lies, which next week we're hoping to have an interview with Bill and Rob, if Rob can show up.
Ooh, that's on Monday, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just remind me. I'll try to get there. I might have to take Bernie to work. It depends on her work schedule.
What day?
Monday.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
well, you can really early just leave her there.
I know. Just leave
If
her at work.
anybody wants to ask Bill questions about any of the Z-Boy games or what their development process is, or just about the newest game, then please shoot at me. with
Did,
on
yeah.
Twitter with your questions.
Did you get their Skype information, Eric? Or
I still have it from last time, I think.
okay, all right. Yeah. So I agree with you, Break. But what I tried doing was putting it on easy mode, and that didn't help at all. So it's one of those hairy parts that you just have to. It's just a battle of attrition, and you just have to do what you have to do, I guess, because I'm just stuck. But it's just one of those things. I know it's one of those things where I'll put it down and pick it back up later, and it'll just be real quick, So whatever.
Or
But
just put it down and not come back to it ever.
yeah, sometimes. I mean, sometimes I think about that and just going on to something else. Like
Yeah.
Eric's right. I need to get back into doing an RPG. So I was thinking of picking up Persona 5 again and going through that and hopefully beating it and getting my RPG cred back again. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, I'm determined never to play an RPG again just to spite Eric.
Right. Okay, here we go. On to reviews.
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, like Eric said, he's got a total of 3 reviews on the feed. Make sure you check them out. I was listening to his God of War Ragnarok review, which is on the feed, and you guys really should listen to those reviews. They're pretty good. Breakman, did you have a review this week?
I can do one quick review.
Okay.
I guess I shouldn't say quick review, but I remember the Creep Show TV show.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some episodes not as good as others, but it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They did a holiday special.
Yes.
I don't remember what year it was, but I just saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
And basically, a guy wakes up and he's finding that he's pooping like weird things like buttons and coins and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to the doctor trying to figure it out, and he eventually finds out that he's a werebeast, and he's been eating people at night.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does is joins a support group for other werebeasts.
Yes.
And he's a schlub of a guy, and he joins it, and of course, obviously, the hot chick there is into him immediately. For whatever fucking reason. It doesn't make any sense at this point, but whatever. So, he's trying to cope with being this were thing that he is, and there's like a were turtle and a were cheetah and all this other stuff. And at one point he finds out that God created the werewolf a long time ago, and then the werewolf got whatever bold or something pissed God off. So God created Santa Claus to kill the werewolf, to hunt down the werebeasts. And every mall Santa in the current day works for the evil Santa Claus, who finally shows up at the end wearing a stupid Power Rangers outfit. To fight he's supposed to be immortal, and he's killed by a regular person really easily. The outfits and costume design in this, they've done some amazing costumes, amazing stuff, and Greg Nicotero especially has done amazing stuff. Only one outfit in the entire show was decent, and that was the final werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
The Santa outfit was, like I said, he looked like fucking like a Power Ranger outfit. It reminded me of X-Men Apocalypse. Like, dude looked like Ivan. What's his name?
Ooze.
Ivan Ooze. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he looked like that guy. And I mean, he didn't look like that, but that's what it reminded me of. And just it was bad costumes and a stupid story. I hated every moment of it. I the two. It was an absolute turd. It was a terrible story, terrible implementation, terrible acting, terrible costumes. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember not enjoying that special very much. I think I talked about it briefly on the show, Breakman. But you had a worse time than I did even with it. So yeah, it's
Me and Mrs. Breakman were just like, come on, like every couple
What
minutes, like something. What's that?
were you watching again?
The
There's
Creep Show holiday special.
oh,
Creep Show holiday special. Yeah.
I think that was due to failure because you're doing horror and Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Well, speaking of
and
horror,
Creep Show. So
I like Creep Show. But
I like Creep Show too. So we turned it on with some, a little bit of high hopes. I wouldn't say
gusto.
like,
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the Guardians Galaxy holiday.
oh, I forgot about
Oh,
that.
I could do
And
that
we
too.
can talk about it next week.
Okay,
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that too.
I'll leave it for next week. But damn, was
Doing
it?
that. All
I'm
three
just
talk about next.
I'm just gonna say it's good. You guys should watch it. But I'll talk about that next week. But speaking of horror and Christmas, I saw a movie called Xmas Bloody Xmas and or Christmas Bloody Christmas, and that also was on Shudder. And this is okay. This adds to my AI paranoia. So apparently, they came out with these AI Santa things for like malls and shit, so you didn't have to worry about the untrustworthy drunk mall Santas. Pretty much.
Yeah, because mall Santas are going around molesting kids.
Right,
Yeah, we
right,
should be
right.
afraid of mall Santas.
Yeah, we're all afraid. We're conditioned that mall Santas are just worthless drunks and
But we gotta go
whatever.
to church because churches are safe and no
Right.
kids ever get molested in church.
Right, exactly. So, but anyways, this one was pretty good because, I mean, like I said, it added to my AI fear. I have a healthy fear of AI and what it's capable of and what it's doing and it's gonna do. I mean, I don't think we're far away from like an AI apocalypse, to be honest with you. I mean, I mean that in all sincerity. Like AI is to me like the scariest thing. Like you get a rogue AI and humanity's in trouble. But anyways, this mall Santa. So basically, these AI Santas were on a recall because, of course, they are. What could go wrong with AI, right? And this one is like, basically, it starts off with this man and a woman that work in this record shop. She owns the shop, and this guy kind of works for her. And they're sitting there bullshitting about how she has this hot date, and he basically talks her out of it and says that she should spend the time with him, and trying to mac on her in a way. But you could tell that they kind of like each other. And that was kind of cool to see them do a little bit of character development in the beginning and all that. But basically, these two go visit their friends at a different store, I think it's like a toy store / candy store. It's definitely a store for younger kids. And one of these Santas is in there, and of course they're not privy to what's going on. It was they don't know that these Santas are on recall and whatnot. And the Santa basically just becomes a sentient Santa and just goes around killing people. I mean, it's a lot of good fun. It's like I said, they do a pretty good job at character development, at least with these two at the beginning. And there's a lot of good kills in this, and it's a pretty solid referendum on AI and its capabilities, and also some kick-ass scenes. I think this is a pretty damn good holiday movie, and it might be a regular staple for Christmas for me. So I give Christmas Bloody Christmas a 7 out of 10. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, actually. So it's a pretty good movie. The other movie that I think I've mentioned before that I watched it. I don't know if you guys have. I know Eric has seen it. I don't know if you've seen this movie, Breakman, but a movie called Nope, the latest Jordan Peele masterpiece. It's basically a movie about aliens, but it's done a little bit differently. It's done in the style of Jordan Peele. So if you like Get Out, or I think this is probably
It's also a commentary on Hollywood, if you think about it.
yeah, it's a commentary on Hollywood and a bunch of other stuff. But I mean, you get a lot of good commentary when you watch a Jordan Peele movie, social commentary.
In
But
fact, I think it's actually his commentary on the situation that led him to be a director, because apparently the situation was that he wanted to do the role of the poop emoji, and they decided to pick Patrick Stewart over him. He's like, you know what? If I can't even be a poop emoji, fuck acting.
yeah, yeah. I think this is probably the weakest entry of his movies to date, but that says nothing. It's a really solid movie. I also give this movie a 7 out of 10. I think it's
I don't know. I mean, I think it's his most coherent film.
I think it's actually I think Get Out is his most coherent, Eric. But I like it. I mean, like I said, I think it's the weakest of the bunch. I mean, some people say it's better. But for me, it's not as strong as Us or Get Out. But it's still a worthy watch for sure. And especially if you like just good storytelling in general. This is a pretty good movie about aliens, and the alien is unexpected in this movie, and everything about it. Like I said, I give it a 7. I don't know what you give it or what you want to talk about, Eric. What are you giving Nope, Eric? What's up, Freak Five?
I already gave it a score, but I think I gave it 8 and 9.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew you. I mean, I like it quite a bit. It's definitely up there. But I think Get Out and Us are better movies in general, to be honest. But I
think they're better in certain ways, but not as good in others.
Yeah, I mean, that could be too. But
that's why I think this one is the most coherent, because it overall has better quality than either of the two of them.
You see, that's where I differ a little. It's a good movie. I definitely recommend watching it for sure. But like for me, Get Out is probably his opus achievement. I really like Get Out, and Us was really good too. But I mean, it's really good quality. It was shot really well and done really well. It's just not my favorite of the bunch, but. Eric disagrees. He thinks it's better than the other two, and that's good, because now you can make your own choice and think about it in your own way. Let's see, Eric, did you have anything else you wanted to review, or can we move on to everybody's favorite segment?
No, I didn't watch any movies this week or whatever.
All right, and Break, I gave you the opportunity, didn't I?
What?
With for reviews, you did the Creepshow one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so. Did I?
Yeah, I think you did. All right, here we go to everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the Week.
All right, Breakman, your Stinko of the Week.
Okay, I got a few. One goes to, we're in the middle of a triple demic right now.
Yeah. Flu, COVID, and whatever else.
RSV or RSP, something like that. It's a childhood disease.
Yeah.
Child disease. But yeah, hospitals are getting flooded again. Doctors are getting overworked again. Nurses as usual.
I thought we were over the pandemic, though.
Yeah. I thought we'd be.
That's what Biden said. It must be over, right?
Yeah.
The more like he wants to stop caring about it, so he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah. Well.
And the media just went right along with him.
Yep. Well, it shows why Biden's a piece of shit.
And the average person that wants to believe it too, so they just pretend along with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. What else you got, Break?
Okay, I've got a couple more. Let me see here. I'm trying to find this article. Oh shit, is that the wrong thing? We got some early results of the backlash of ending Roe versus Wade, and I had the article, and now I lost it. Shit. But I remember the 1 percentage point was basically there is a 60% increase in the mother's mortality rate in states that have outlawed abortion.
Yeah,
Already.
well, I mean, like I remember I was telling you, Breakman, all it's gonna do is cause people to move out of those states and into states that can help them out, or
If that's
people.
feasible. See, that's one of the problems with with the economy that the billionaires and the corporations have built, is that nobody has the fucking money to do anything. It's
Yeah.
hard to move. It costs money, and
Yeah,
it's a strain on the budget just to go someplace
yeah,
now.
that's true too. I mean, but what can you do? I mean, do you want to get in trouble, or do you want to move to a place that's a little more accommodating? I mean, it's pretty ridiculous that it was overturned in the first place. Break. I mean, it just, and like I said, I mean, this goes back to when Obama had a super majority, a filibuster proof majority in Congress, and he couldn't fucking codify it. It's like now
No, he
look.
probably could have, but he didn't even try.
No, he didn't even try. No, not that he could have the ability to. That's not in question. The question is he just didn't do it. He didn't want to do it. The Democrats never want to do anything, man. They don't want to do anything. And then now Biden puts together this fucking makeshift thing for marriage equality that isn't going to make shit when it isn't going to mean shit when it comes to the Supreme Court. They'll undo all of that, so
That is a sweeto with an asterisk next to it.
yeah, I know, man. It's just dumb.
Just
What else you
like,
got, Break?
This is okay. This is a good, I guess. But then you're like telling them that religion still trumps everything. Anyway, the other one goes to the Ohio Republican Party. They're bought and sold by large corporations. Obviously, we know about the nuclear power plant scam that even the governor was in on, and nobody's only. I think one guy was punished. One guy took the fall for him, as usual. It's just one person. So on top of that, there's now a scandal with green energy. They're trying to get natural gas labeled as clean energy.
Oh God, that's something else, man. Ohio's fucking weird, man. It's right in the area where you expect it to be a little more progressive, a little more, forward thinking.
Cities have been we've been gerrymandered. This whole state's been gerrymandered so much that the cities don't even have the influence that they used to.
Nope. It's weird, and you know how they break down those maps, and it like the map of the United States, red and blue, right? And they outline the red areas and the blue areas, and obviously it's all blue in the cities, and everything else is in red, right? So it looks like it's red dominated. If you actually look at the population, it's not even close. It's not even fucking close. This is why, like, I had an argument with a former co-host of this show a long ass time ago about the Electoral College and how stupid it is.
I mean, look at like the middle states of this country. There's so many red states, but then you look at the populations, and it's like, oh well, Idaho's got less. What, Iowa's got less than people? Is it Idaho or Iowa?
Iowa.
Like they're a solid red state, but less than a fucking million people live there.
Yeah. Well, I think you're talking about Idaho, actually, but yeah, I agree. It's stupid.
Sort of is what I remember.
Yeah, I mean it's dumb, dude. Like if you actually look at the population and you did it with population, there'd be little specks of red in certain places, but the rest would be like blue. Like it just makes no sense, man. That's why I hate the two-party system.
That's why the Republicans in Ohio are also getting all their voter restriction laws passed. They passed the first one, which is they've cut down on the early voting days and cut down on ballot boxes and mail-in voting.
Yeah.
But that's just the first strike, because next year the Republicans are going to have a solid majority. Right now it's pretty close with Democrats and Republicans, but they'll have a solid majority, and they're going to get everything that they wanted passed.
Well,
so we're going to see transgender athlete bans and just more voter restrictions, and the one even more than everything else that's pissing me off the most is the Ohio Republican, the governor, I shouldn't say the whole party really, is trying to get the Board of Education, the powers from the Board of Education, and take them to the governor. Give the governor control of our education.
Yeah, that's all we need is the government.
People that are trained and know what they're doing. Because when a governor's in charge, they're just going to give them their partisan view. We're going to get their view of things. It's not going to be facts. It's going to be tainted views. That's how we get to things like the private schools who are allowed to teach kids that the Civil War happened because of taxes.
Yeah. I saw that, man. It's like, come on.
What? Would you like to elaborate? No, I didn't think you would.
Taxes on what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's about taxes, but taxes on what? Yeah, and then you ask them that, and they won't say because it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. You know what? The Republican Party. I hate to say this, Break. Like, I'm not talking about the people, but the party itself is an embarrassment. Just like the Democrats in different ways. It's embarrassing.
And I was raised on a lot of Republican views, and everything that I grew up and learned was they're just bullshit. It was lies from beginning and end. Like, the party was formed. The first Republican candidate, the first Republican president was Lincoln. And there was, at the time, like, the party was born around things like progress and ending slavery and such like that. But, that's, and we were made to believe, growing up that the party's still that, but it's not that. It's changed completely. It's not about.
It's the party of extremists now. Break. That's, I know, like, a normal Republican's mindset is on things like fiscal responsibility and less government and blah blah blah, and it's actually, if you look at it, it's the exact opposite. It has nothing to do with fiscal responsibility or less government. It has to do with being on the wrong side of identity politics, and if you're a Democrat, it's about being on the right side of identity politics, but never doing anything. Just sitting by and cheerleading, and never really getting anything done.
Both parties talk about fiscal responsibility, but it's when their guys in charge, they spend money. Like when Republicans in charge, Republican senators in the House, they spend money. When a Democrat's in charge, Democrats in the House and the Senate, they spend money. They back up their guy. There's no fiscal responsibility.
No.
They're all full of shit.
No, and it's always, the defense budget needs a couple $100 billion more. Sure, no problem. Oh, we need money for homeless people. No, we can't do that. That would be too much. That would put our economy into a tailspin, and we would suffer the consequences if we gave $1 billion to homeless people.
Well, what was the Republicans were bitching about earlier in the year, like spending $2 billion on? I can't remember what it was, but
I think it was education, man. Like,
$2 billion in education, but then they turn around and spend what was it, $858 billion on military.
Yeah.
So you couldn't squeeze out $2 million for education?
No. You do. Ooh. All this bullshit about giving us $2,000, every 3 months, every third month for COVID was too much for him. Oh, this is reckless. Yeah, that's all you heard from the Republicans. This is reckless. We're gonna, bankrupt our country, and we're gonna go into a tailspin. Meanwhile, they're printing more money and giving it to the military, and themselves. They have no problem upping the budget for the military or themselves ever. And they have the best health care.
Record profits year after year.
Yep, and they don't have to pay anything for health care. Their co-payments are nothing. They don't suffer the same consequences as normal Americans. So, of course, they're insulated from everything. But how dare we talk about their donors? Oh, we don't vote based on our donorship. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Scotoma says same with the Democrats. Yeah, I agree, Scotoma.
It's based on their conscience or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what's in that? Something like that.
No, they're both just as bad. I can't stand either party. They both fucking blow. Look, like I said before, The Republicans are more concerned with being on the wrong side of history, and I'm not talking the people. I'm talking the politicians, and the Democratic politicians are concerned with doing nothing and just letting the status quo swallow us whole. What else you got, Breakman? Anything else?
AOC, she talks a great game on Twitter and makes those great speeches, but then goes in the house and votes down party lines.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the
just
time.
approve all the war spending and the all the deals that like they make, and even there's a lot of stuff we can get into, but I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Breakman. I'm with you every step of the way. They're all bullshit. All politicians are fucking BS. They fucking blow. Freak 5 Stinko is snow. Yeah, snow sucks, man. What else you got, Break?
No, that's enough. It's a nice term.
All right, Eric, your Stinko of the week.
I don't really have one.
Oh, I have another Stinko. This fucking computer. I still can't get started. I've been trying this whole damn time.
I know.
But like, yeah. I was gonna save it from an Ancestine show, but I might as well just do it now. But I should have done it weeks ago. But the death of Jason David Frank. He was the Korean White Ranger for the original run of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, we forgot about that, didn't we? I wanted to talk about that, but I got
distracted. And it was suicide too.
Yeah. Yeah, him and that music guy. I think he was like Ellen's like music producer or something. Like he committed suicide too. He had a family left behind. Like just yeah.
Yeah, mental health is a thing here, guys. Like it's
a lot about.
Yeah. So
I've talked a lot about my struggles. So
yep.
So
my Stinko is also my Sweeto. And it was Trump's big announcement. I don't know if you saw this break where his big announcement was these NFTs, right? These stupid badly photoshopped, I should say. NFTs.
They look slightly better than the ugly monkeys.
Yeah.
That's it.
June 6 rioter said when he was going to jail, he said, "I can't believe I'm going to jail for a fucking NFT salesman."
I mean, look, it's a Stinko in that I thought it was going to be a major announcement, right? Like Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to be my vice president, or something along those lines, or I'm going to announce a new healthcare plan even though I don't have a healthcare plan, something stupid like that, and ended up being this NFT, which goes to my Sweeto of the week.
$100 too. Like,
right. Hold on, which goes to my Sweeto.
What does my tattoo say? Sweeto of the week.
So my Sweeto is also this, because this gives me material for days. I mean, just looking at these. What people are, I mean, $99 for a card, right? And apparently you have
is the freaking best.
The which one? The which one?
Like you people who see him as a superhero.
Oh
really,
God, that one was really good. And you know what other one was really good was the one with him on a horse. That was really special. Like him holding a flag up on a horse. I thought, wow. I mean, you're not endearing yourself to anybody, dude. Like, nobody's looking at this like, holy shit, man, I'm going to make so much money off of these NFTs. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're laughable, man. They they're badly. There was one of him just standing there in a tuxedo. And I'm like, did you get that from like a fucking 007 like cover of one of the old fucking 007 movies? Like, have you seen these things? I mean, they're so bad.
In all of these, like he looks thin and in shape and stuff like that. Like no pictures I ever see of him made by people on the right look accurately capture him. They always try and make him muscly or thin or something for some reason.
And then you go to the other side and they do the opposite. They make him look way worse. It's like I mean, you don't have to make him look bad. He looks bad on his own. Just. I know,
some fun. I can't help myself.
I know. I mean, they are fun. There's no doubt. But I thought these things were fun, man. Holy shit. I mean, watch the endless needling that he's gonna take over the years for this. He deserves every minute of it too, man. It's fucking funny. But anyways,
you're right. Spot on. I'm glad you brought those up. I wasn't even thinking about them, but
Yeah.
I like saw those and started bawling. Like that's.
I
Like,
mean,
people actually gonna buy that? Like, goddamn, you people deserve what you get.
$100, dude. Like nobody. I mean, it's universally like everybody knows it's a grift at this point. You know, that's. I don't think he's. I mean, look, I said this before, and I'm not gonna get caught saying it again. I don't think he has a chance of being but I would not put it past him to be the next president of the United States. I mean, all he's got to do is beat fucking Biden, which isn't hard, right? Like anybody could beat Biden. My stinko is the groomers in schools and healthcare systems. There's a little of that for sure, Scotoma, no doubt. There's groomers everywhere, man. I mean, you know, the way that it is. I can't stand it, man. It just whatever it is. All right, what's your sweeto, Breakman?
I've got two of them. Like I said, the marriage equality with an asterisk next to it, because you know they still decided that people's religion is more important than anything else for some reason. I don't know why the religion is more important than everything else.
Your guess is as good as mine.
And that's somebody who grew up really religious and such like that. And I've never felt the need to enforce my beliefs on anybody else.
Yeah.
Like I grew up strict Christian and with a lot of Christian values and stuff like that, but I never disparaged anybody for being Jewish or Muslim or stuff like that. I respected their beliefs.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the Christian majority now does not respect the beliefs of anybody else.
yeah.
Period. But anyway, my other sweeto goes to science, because science once again wins. And they made a huge breakthrough this week.
Oh, the nuclear fission thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Not fission, but fusion.
Fusion, I mean, yeah.
Fusion ignition, specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an amazing breakthrough. This could be energy for the world, you know?
But they're going to weaponize it. That's what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, and they're going to charge you for it, too. Watch.
Please stop killing my excitement for just a few minutes, at least. I mean, can I dream that maybe somebody will do something right? Can't I?
I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying it's also going to be used as a weapon.
I know. Fucking humanity.
You guys hear about the lady who freaked out because of a Christmas tree in the library? She was fired.
You know, like back in caveman days and shit like that, early humanity, like there'd be like 5 people pick up a stick and 4 of them would try and like build a house. The other one would start hitting people with it.
Yeah.
Because of humanity. I don't know for whatever reason, we're fucking violent. There's always someone like,
there's going to be a little bit of that, but once they figure it all out, they're going to be like, okay, we figured out nuclear fusion. Let's charge you 5 times the amount of what it should cost.
Yeah, that too, of course.
Instead of like just giving that gift to humanity to where anybody can be self-sufficient. I mean, why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why would we give anybody the means to help themselves? You know, it's like how people feel about homeless people. Fuck them. They're just worthless, right? I mean, they all deserve to die. That's how Denver treats the homeless. I mean, you know, whatever.
I know they've done it in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I've seen the clean outs, like, you know, kick everybody out and throw away everything they own, which isn't much, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy the way that people think, man. I mean, since it's homeless people, it you know, who gives a shit? So it's the way it is.
They're not human. That's
right. I mean, there you go. There's the whole thing. What else you got, Break?
That's enough. Even though you've soiled my fun. Like, I know that stuff is going to happen with nuclear fusion. Somebody's definitely going to weaponize.
I know. I shit all over your Squeedo, and it should be a happy thing. I know, man. But you know what? We kind of like. That's the way we kind of like are conditioned, right? Anything good becomes fucking capitalistic nonsense, you know? I mean, the way that it is.
Because absolutely, you're right. Like, there are people, we see this and they're like, wow, this is a boon to humanity. Billionaires see this and they're like, well, I got to get this for myself.
Yeah, look at this. Scotoma said it. He said, I figured out why you guys don't have more listeners. You guys discriminate. LOL. Any objective thought that goes against the norm is discrimination.
Yeah, that's how they all act.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right, Scotoma. We think for ourselves.
Just because
I know.
Because they're such supremacists that any infringement on their supremacy is considered.
I know look.
Persecution.
Scotoma's onto something, man. So Scotoma's on to a lot. There's another reason. I mean, I don't promote this channel as much as I probably should. I mean, we've been doing this for 15 years, and but the other part is we can't stand Democrats or Republicans, politicians, that is, and we criticize both sides. So of course we always caught both sides' ire, right? We can't talk about any topic without somebody being offended. So we offend we're equal offenders, Scotoma. We're not fence riders. We just call things how they are, and that's what people hate about RPGrinders. It's always been that way. Always, hasn't it, guys? Like ever since you can remember, hasn't it always been that way? Like we've never shied away about talking about any politician or the bullshit that goes on in politics ever. So, that's why we catch a lot of shit. Breakman, any other sweetos?
I'm afraid to give me more Sweetos.
Eric, any sweetos, man? I know we fucking shit all over your sweeto this week, man. Stop pointing out reality, Scotoma says. I know, right? let's not point out any realities to anybody. We want them to stay in the bubble, Scotoma. You know what I'm saying? Eric, any sweetos?
Not really.
Let's see. Mine, of course, I already said was Trump's big announcement because it's given me endless laughter and enjoyment.
Is that a sweeto, I guess?
Yeah. It is a sweeto, man. I mean, it's funny as fuck. All right, let's do our free for all. This is gonna be fun.
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow.
Okay, we're doing. This is our tournament this month. The worst movie we've ever seen. And some people have said, are these the worst movie ever? Well, it depends on your point of view. I mean, I would say that we would say most likely yes. So we're down to, I think, the final, let's see, 2, 4.
And these are 4 people: me, you, Eric, and Freak.
Right.
Like between the 4 of us, like some of our least favorite movies.
Yeah. I don't know about that, Freak 5. He says, I do think currently I'd rather the Democrats be in charge. I think I would too, just based on the fucking chaos that's going on in the Republican Party. But, I mean, the Democrats aren't much better, man. You guys see they changed the definition of a woman. I didn't see that, Scotoma. I don't know any of that. Like, that's whatever. But let's do our tournament here. This is going to be fun. This is going to bring see? This is what we do on the show. We bring everybody together. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I think we can all agree that these are some of the worst movies ever made and some of the worst movies we've ever seen. So these are just our opinions. I know some on this list might not be thought of as the worst ever, but we're going to discuss that. I don't know if you have yours up, Break, or if I have to.
No, I can't.
Okay, you still okay. We're gonna start at the top here. This is a good one, guys. We're gonna go top to bottom. In the drama section, we got "It's a Wonderful Life," a very controversial selection, along with another controversial selection of ours. Actually, this one was mine, but Grease. So we got "It's a Wonderful Life" going up against Grease, and I think I'll start with you, Breakman. Let's see what you had to say.
This one's tough because one's a shitty musical and the other's just shitty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with "It's a Wonderful Life" because it's longer and it's more. It's like it just keeps getting like more boring as it goes on. Like you're just supposed to feel, you're supposed to care for this guy and yeah.
Okay.
I really don't. It's a Wonderful Life.
All right, Breakman. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Your choice. It's a Wonderful Life or Grease?
Grease, because it's a musical and fuck musicals.
Okay, so it's up to me to be. I didn't think I was going to be the tiebreaker on this one. It's a Wonderful Life is like one of the most exalted movies for whatever reason, and I agree with Breakman 100%. It's fucking boring as fuck. Like the longer it drones, and you know, I say that drones on, and it's true for this movie. Doesn't it just drone on and on and on?
They go through his life and all the happy moments and blah blah blah, and then the angel shows up and here's what life would be like without you. And did you give a shit? Because I didn't.
No, I really didn't either. But on the other hand, you have, like you said, a shitty fucking musical called Grease that for some reason Bernie's looking at me like what the hell is wrong with you? Because Grease is the greatest.
Grease is the word.
Grease is the worst. Yes, it is.
No, the word.
Oh, the word you said.
Grease is the word.
Oh God.
The word of.
You know what?
The second one had Michelle Pfeiffer is all I can say. That's all. That's the only defense I can come up with for Grease.
But see, it's so bad. You know what, Breakman? I'm gonna go with what you said this time because I've been going against your picks for probably 3 or 4 times now that I can remember.
That's what against everything last week.
I know. So I'm actually gonna vote against my inclination, Breakman. I mean, normally I would take Grease in this spot, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. It just gets more boring as you go along. So It's a Wonderful Life moves on. So let me see if I can. Yeah. No, I can't change it. You're just gonna have to remember these picks, Break, and change it.
Okay. I'll write them down.
All right. So It's a Wonderful Life moves on. The next matchup we have here is, oh God, this is a bad one. Perfect Storm versus Sound of Music. I'm going to go with Eric first on this. Perfect Storm being the movie with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg, and Sound of Music with what's her face? I don't know. I can't remember her name, but people think of these movies as these exalted movies. What are you picking, Eric?
Sound of Music.
Okay, I'm picking A Perfect Storm, and I'll tell you why I'm picking A Perfect Storm. Because Perfect Storm is one of the most piece of shit movies, and it's the only movie that I almost walked out of at the theater. I've never walked out, but Perfect Storm was as close as I've ever gotten to walking out of a movie. I'm not picking Sound of Music because I think Julie Andrews is a really nice person. And I agree. Sound of Music sucks. It does not suck as much as Perfect Storm. That leaves you as the tiebreaker.
I disagree with you, Frank, because I haven't seen Perfect Storm, but it's hard for me to imagine there's anything worse than having to listen to doe, a deer, a female deer, and then have them teach it to you in class.
Oh, just wait till you see Perfect Storm. And then you're gonna agree with me. Oh, Perfect Storm should have been the number 1 movie on this. It was my pick to go all the way. But now that you ruined my life, we shall go on. Perfect Storm survives not being the worst movie of all time, so it's gonna be Sound of Music moving on here. The next bracket of shitty movies, we go on to the comedy. Bad Santa versus Bucky Larson. I'm going to go first on this one. I don't think it's any question that Bucky Larson is an inferior movie. Bad Santa is not quite as bad as what you are making out to be, and there is no way I'm letting Bad Santa go past Bucky Larson. Bucky Larson is a piece of shit movie and deserves to be here. I'm not so sure Bad Santa's it's a bad movie, but I don't know if it deserves to be up this close. Breakman, what do you say?
Bad Santa's overrated, though. Like, if everybody knows Bucky Larson sucks, there's no argument there. But when you saw Bad Santa sucks, like, people push back. Frank, you're wrong, but I'm gonna go with you and Bucky Larson because it's unwatchable.
Should have waited for me. Should have voted for me the last round, man. That was my pick. Perfect Storm, you son of a bitch.
Bucky Larson was your pick too.
Yeah, I guess Bucky Larson was my pick too. But yeah, okay. So Eric, what do you say? Bad Santa or Bucky Larson?
I'm gonna vote for Bucky Larson.
Whew. All right, it's a trifecta and worthy of the trifecta. Bucky Larson moves on. And then we're going to the final comedy that's here. Mrs. Doubtfire, which is super controversial, up against Freddy Got Fingered. I'm going to go with Breakman first on this.
Okay, you talked about movies you wanted to walk out of. Freddy Got Fingered's the only movie I've ever wanted to walk out of. I hate Mrs. Doubtfire, but there's nothing worse than Freddy Got Fingered to me. The movie, he tried so hard to be funny, and mostly it was annoying or gross or just plain stupid.
Freak5 says Freddy Got Fingered is funny, is what he says.
Who said that?
Freak5. Freak5
No,
said.
I've never heard of this Freak5.
I'm going to disagree with you, Breakman, on this one. I think Mrs. Doubtfire is a worse movie because at least Tom Green is genuine when he tries to deliver his fucking brand of comedy. He
jacks off an elephant.
I know. But look, Mrs. Doubtfire, you're a fucking creepster in drag going to fucking stalk your kids and your ex-wife. How dare you? How dare anybody think that this is a loving comedy? This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, man. It's horrifying.
It's got some good cast in it though. Sally Field and Pierce Brosnan.
Who gives a shit? It's all terrible. They all suck in it. It's terrible. So that means Eric is the tiebreaker on Mrs. Doubtfire versus Freddy Got Fingered. What do you say, Eric?
Again, I say, Freddy Got Fingered. He jacked off an elephant.
All right, Eric, stop trying to influence Eric. Break. How dare you? All right, Eric, what you got? Mrs. Doubtfire versus Freddy Got Fingered.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
God damn it.
Mrs. Doubtfire moves on. That is fucking awesome, man.
This fucking show. This is bullshit.
All right, we're moving on.
Yeah, I forgot. Wakanda Forever is on Disney Plus now.
Oh shit, I gotta watch it.
What's
Jacking off an elephant is
So
funny.
Black
Freak5
Adam on
says.
HBO Max.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was thinking about watching it earlier.
I watched Top Gun Maverick a while back. It was good. Scotoma says, "Yeah, we did a review of it." Scotoma, I think anybody that saw it here enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
Well, I think we have a bunch of movie reviews next week.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're moving on to the action bracket. Ooh, here's a special one.
Oh, Freak Salt in theater. Yeah, it's coming in next week, I think.
Yeah. All right, here's the action bracket, guys. Double Dragon versus Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm going to start with Eric on this one.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay, that was quick. Breakman, your choice.
I'm because at least Robert Patrick survived Double Dragon. Nobody in Dragon Ball Evolution went on to become anything afterwards.
Okay. Breakman, Double Dragon versus Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball is a really complex concept. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of stuff going on in Dragon Ball. Double Dragon should be two guys beating up a street gang to get the girl back.
They could have just done the Warriors and be done with it, but they screwed it up.
The easiest concept to turn into a video game.
I agree.
Turned it into this slobbering pile of shit. And Double Dragon really is one of the worst. DB Evolution is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but Double Dragon's just even worse.
God, this is one of the tougher ones on my list. So now I'm the fucking tiebreaker again. You're right, Break. Dragon Ball Evolution is very nuanced, right? There's a lot of moving parts, and they got nothing right with Dragon Ball Evolution. Like nothing. There was nothing.
Well, they got like Goku's eating habits right, but that's pretty much it. And in the training segment a little, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, Master Roshi was played by oh god, I forgot that guy's name, but like Mr. Roshi's supposed to be this old guy, and just they got the worst possible choice to play Master Roshi.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they got the worst possible choice to play Goku, but it's another story.
But I think the casting was really terrible in Dragon Ball Evolution 2, man. I mean, Double Dragon is a turd of a movie. There's no doubt. Ah, God, this is so hard, man. Like, both are so bad in very, their own fashion, their own way. But I gotta say, man, I think I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball Evolution. I hate to go against you, Break, but I'm going Dragon Ball Evolution. It was just it was like epically bad. It was just really bad. And sorry, man. Joke at the end of Batman was funny, but would have been better if the Joker took that moment to kill Batman. Oh, you're talking Killing Joke, Scotoma. Which we're moving on to the next one. Battlefield Earth versus Batman Killing Joke. I think I'm going to go first on this one, guys. Mostly because I don't want to be the tiebreaker. I'm going to go with Battlefield Earth. I think Batman Killing Joke is a little too high on this list. I don't think it's as bad as what you guys say. I do think there is a little redeeming, there's a little bit to glean from the Killing Joke, even though it's not much, and it does linger, and it's not great. But Battlefield Earth is just all sorts of bad. Like, it's just really, really, really bad. So I'm going with Battlefield Earth. There's really not much to like, from the dialogue to the way that movie was shot was fucking awful. It was like, was like they were doing an old ass fucking 70s video at times, and it just didn't work at all. So
What was the point of Battlefield Earth?
there wasn't any. There wasn't it just to stroke off L. Ron Hubbard, who is long since passed. So, I mean, it was just terrible all the way around. And this was supposed to be John Travolta's big, like franchise thing that was gonna make him billions of dollars, and it didn't end up working out that way. This movie was shit, man. Battlefield Earth for me, Breakman. What do you say?
Battlefield Earth is terrible, everything in every way. The story was pointless. Like, did it go anywhere? I don't even remember the story going anywhere.
This was supposed to be a trilogy, along the lines of Lord of the Rings type thing, and it didn't even get anywhere near that. So,
The Killing Joke was the comic is a very revered comic, and but the implementation, the cartoon, came off as more exploitive in ways and creepy in a lot of ways. Just really uncomfortable watching that. This one's hard. At least there was some point to the Killing Joke, whereas Battlefield Earth was, like you said, just trying to stroke like L. Ron Hubbard, like he's our god, we gotta do this because he's gonna come back to Earth one day or something. Bullshit. Shit, I don't know.
You don't know, man. Come on, you gotta pick.
I'm thinking. I'm rationalizing here. Who was the hero in Battlefield Earth?
Those aliens, I guess, man. Even though they weren't endearing in any shape, form, or fashion.
Were they supposed to be like they invaded Earth and they'd taken over and like they were supposed to be whatever? Battlefield Earth. Yeah, I just gotta go with that.
Right,
It's a shit movie.
Eric, what do you say, man? Is it
Battlefield Earth?
Yeah, Battlefield Earth. So Battlefield Earth moves on, deservedly so.
But fuck Earth.
Yeah. All right, now we move on to the last category, the horror section, and we have Halloween, the remake, the Rob Zombie debacle, versus, I don't even know how to describe this movie, Velocipaster. Eric, we're going to start with you. What do you say?
I haven't seen either of these, but it sounds like Velocipaster is just pure shit.
Breakman, what say you?
Velocipastors, and I looked at the image of it and just the screenshot of it, and like looks like terrible. Like this just doesn't look like a movie that anybody want to see. Whereas Halloween was supposed to be really hyped and such like that, and it's a beloved franchise, Whereas Velociraptor, not a franchise and just a stupid idea. Even though I haven't seen either one of them, I'm gonna go with Halloween.
Okay, Whew. So the tiebreaker's on me on this one. Velocipaster at least had a gimmick, right? Something that you could I guess kind of think of as maybe this is a B movie that I could watch and just make fun with. Oh god damn it! I think I'm gonna go with Halloween though, because to me it was the worst, if not one of the worst remakes of a movie I've ever seen. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know. I mean, I go back and forth. The worst remake I've ever seen between Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, but I mean, for our purposes, I mean, Velocipaster's bad. Don't get me wrong. And by the way, you mentioned franchise. They're coming out with a part 2 for Velocipaster. So if anybody that hasn't seen Velocipaster, it's about a pastor that turns into a fucking velociraptor. So, I mean, that says everything you need to know. But Halloween for me is just next level, frustratingly bad. So I'm going with Halloween just for that reason. And the final. What's that?
I saw it leaked online, the script of Velociraptor 2, Velocipaster 2. Apparently he chases Alan Grant around for the entire movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds about right.
Park joke, nobody? Okay, never mind.
All right. Paranormal Activity versus Blair Witch. This one, I look. These are two controversial entries, but they are both deserving of being the worst movie I've ever seen because they both suck. So, Breakman, what say you? I'm going to put you on the spot first.
Okay. Blair Witch had this build up for me. Like the first hour of this movie was really good to me. I was enjoying it. I was kind of in on the premise of this is lost footage and something's fucking with them out there and something bad is going to happen, and then just nothing happened. Whereas Paranormal Activity was the complete opposite. Paranormal Activity was like the first hour and a half of nothing going on, and then you get like 1 minute of activity at the very fucking end of the movie.
See, I disagree. I think Blair Witch had nothing all the way until the end, and even the end was pretty much nothing. Even though I kind of like the very end scene with the guy just standing in the corner type thing, but I don't know. This is a tough one.
And like at least there was a definitive end to Paranormal Activity. Like the dude's dead and such like that. Whereas you don't know if anybody's alive or dead or what in Blair Witch. Blair Witch. I hate that movie.
Okay, Eric.
Fuck Blair Witch.
I'm gonna vote for Paranormal Activity.
I think I'm gonna agree with Breakman on this one. Blair Witch is much ado about nothing.
What?
The entire Blair Witch sucks. It's one of the worst.
But what about the remake? Or
The remake is good. At least shit happens in it. In this fucking first one, nothing happens. It's nothing.
As long as you're not going to touch the remake.
No, I'm not touching. That's an example of a good remake because nothing happened in Blair Witch. I agree with Breakman completely. Like nothing happens in it, and what happens at the end, we don't know. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was putting a
Supposed to be
time
like
out.
this, get your imagination, let your imagination wander and stuff like that. No, like the first fucking hour and a half of this goddamn movie was letting our imagination go wild. Now we want fucking answers, not the end.
right. So next week we're down to the final 8, guys, and then the week following we will do, we'll do the final. Huh?
That would be the end of the year.
Yep.
See what date is that?
The 30th, I think, right?
Ooh.
Yep.
Cool. Day before New Year's Eve.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So we we got our work cut out for us because we got such immortal such an immortal semifinal. We have I believe it was Battlefield Earth going up against Dragon Ball Evolution, right? To determine the worst action movie of all time. And then we got that going up against we got the horror one, which is the Halloween remake, the Rob Zombie Halloween remake, going up against Blair Witch to determine the worst horror movie that we've ever seen. So
That was Rob Zombie's remake.
Rob Zombie's Halloween's going up against Blair Witch. So,
yeah, it's gonna be a rough one.
That's a rough one. And then we got Mrs. Doubtfire going up against Bucky Larson.
Okay, as bad as everything went for me, I am happy about one of these.
Which one?
I was really hoping it would come down to this, and it did, so
What?
I am happy about it.
What's that?
The drama bracket.
The what?
The drama bracket.
The drama bracket, which is going to be It's a Wonderful Life, I believe, right?
Yes.
Versus Sound of Music, which
Two of my least favorite movies.
It should have been Perfect Storm, but that's okay.
I hate both these movies with a fucking passion.
Ooh, this one's going to be tough for you, Breakman, next week. So we'll find out the final four next week. So you're going to want to make sure and join us next week. Hey, what do you guys say we end the show a little bit early this week?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good idea, right? I mean,
no, that's fine. We went like along the last couple.
I know.
Weeks, so.
I know.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut it short this week. And then we'll have a fresh view going on into next week. After Christmas, we'll talk about all our stuff. By the way, Breakman, you want Xbox is okay for you? That'll probably be.
Right. Nintendo one's fine.
Freak Five says.
Are we gonna do a tournament next month, or
what's that?
Take a month off. Are we gonna do a tournament next month, or are we taking a month off?
We could do a tournament next month. I think it's fun. Unless you just want to have a month of just talking different topics. I mean, we could do that too.
I think Eric might. That's why I was.
You wanna? What do you want, Eric? You want to do
I want to get away from tournaments.
Well, we're never going to get away from the tournament because they're fun as fuck and we always come up with great ideas. But maybe we'll just take a month off of tournament next month. That sounds good to me. Cool. Good. Freak 5 says Grinder dance party. Nah, not tonight, man. We're gonna call it early. That way we can go and eat and spend some time with our fams and all that.
Season, so. maybe the day before Christmas Eve you'll do it, or maybe the day of New Year's Eve. I'm just saying.
Maybe that's a possibility. I could do that. Maybe New Year's Eve we can have a Grinder dance party. I mean, we'll discuss. We'll decide by next week if we're gonna do that. So, all right. So join us next week for the tournament. Ongoing tournament. It's gonna be fun. We've got some really really good ones on tap here. Like. I mean, I can't believe Perfect Storm lost, but it lost to Sound of Music. So maybe Sound of Music is the worst movie of all time. We'll determine it in the next couple of weeks. So there you go. All right, Breakman, plug away, sir. What's your plug?
You can follow me at RPGrinders on Twitter for now until I'm kicked off at some point, because it looks like that's going to be inevitable.
It looks like it's going to happen, man. Like you get kicked for some of the stupid shit, man.
And anybody who offends Elon Musk they're just getting rid of left and right. You see, got rid of all the reporters that were following him and stuff.
Yeah. Free speech, my ass.
Right. He believes in free speech for himself.
Right.
Me speech is more like it.
Yeah. Freak 5 says, I got home from work yesterday. My wife was excited for me to see the card that came in the mail. My birthday is next month, and it was a birthday card from my doctor. Oh, probably to get your colonoscopy. Yep, look at this. He was reminding me that because I'm turning 45, I need to schedule a colonoscopy. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to it, Freak 5. Welcome to it,
Frank
man.
did that like a couple thousand years ago.
All right, Eric, plugs, please.
You can find the written reviews I do on bossbrigade.com, or you can listen to the audio reviews I do on the audio feed for the show. And if you want to support me for either of those, you can go to my Twitter profile, which is at RPG, and you can go to my Patreon link and then do a one-time donation or just a monthly donation, depending on what your financial situation is and how you feel how much I should get. But either way, any little bit helps. So there's that.
All right. I was just getting some breaking news. Apparently, Eric has a new name according to Bernie. It's Thunderman. She couldn't remember what you were called on the show, Eric, so she called you Thunderman.
It's
So it's
funny.
Break and Break and Thunderman.
I don't know what my name was.
Breakman and Thunderman. I want to thank Scotoma and Freak5 for being in the live chat. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Also, thanks to Alicidra, another TV viewer, Commander Root, Discord streamer community, which I believe is a bot. Drapsnat and Lara Croft was in there. Lara Croft. So that was pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, Lara Croft. All right, Frank is sold. Cancer gets him. How dare you? I'm plugging Bernie's OnlyFans. This month she puts a candy cane in her hot chocolate. How dare you? Wow. That was not very nice, Freak5. That wasn't very nice. Okay.
Subscription paid up.
What's that?
I said I'm glad I got my monthly subscription paid
Son
up.
of a bitch. You're both exiled. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining, everybody listening on the archives. We really appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow me on any of the systems, RPGrinders, whether it's Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation. I've been on the Xbox lately with Titanfall. But I'm about ready to pull my hair out and just say fuck it.
It's like $5 on Xbox right now.
What is $5 on Xbox?
Titanfall 2.
Oh yeah, it's super cheap and it's worth it. Even though I'm pulling my hair out right now, it's a good game. So, all right, that's about it. Unless you guys got anything else. You guys have anything else?
Oh yeah, I have a homie discount that I never got around to. But if you got a Steam Deck, a good game to play on it would probably be Bravely Default 2, which is like $30 on Steam right now.
There you go. Freak5 says, want to play some Dragon Crown tonight, Frank. I would, Freak5, but I actually have stuff. I have to be out and about tonight. I've got stuff
another
to do.
game that's on sale is like $4. No, it's under $4. It's slightly under $4, and that's for Wings of Blue Star, which is another Steam game. That's a shmup.
There you go. Yeah, no can do tonight, Freak5. Otherwise, I totally would. All right, that's about all I got. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we are out. Later, everybody. Thunderman. I can't believe Perfect Storm isn't the worst movie of all time. You guys have never seen it, have you?
No.
Oh God, I can't wait till you guys watch it. You guys might change your pick. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I just like going back and watching all of the ones that are on here that I haven't seen.
I
like,
know.
I want to see how bad it is.
Yeah, on a couple of them, I'm like that. Like, what was one of them? Like, I'm like, maybe I should watch it again just to laugh at it. Like, Van Helsing was one. It's so bad. Avengers 98 was really bad. Fuck, man. These movies are so bad. Double Dragon. Oh, my God, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I had the fortitude to do all of those again.
Yeah.
Castaway, no thank you. I'm good on that. Seen that one.
Yeah. Right.
Enough. Breakfast Club, bleh. Star Trek 5, bleh. It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen so many fucking times because it comes on every goddamn year. Hey, anyways, everybody in chat, thank you guys so much. Like.